Welcome everyone. Thank you for always making me feel welcome when I hop on the bus every day. My bus driver, Mr. Harvey, greets me every single day. There's never a day he greets me. He always has a smile on his face, even when kids on the bus are being nasty and mean because they are in a bad mood. When we are yelling and misbehaving, he tells us in a wonderful tone to sit down and sometimes even gives us a reason. That's what I like most about him. I know other kids also have great bus drivers too. Every day my bus gets at my stop at 7:30. There's always quite a few people on the bus. I get on at 7:30. There are already people on the bus. Knowing he has to heat the bus, I can't imagine at what time he gets up. I wake up at 6:50 and I'm still tired. If I were you, Mr. Harvey, I'd be bald already from pulling my hairs out from all the annoying kids. I wouldn't be able to handle the job. This proves that you have a patience and that you care about kids. That's why we care so much about you. Our theme this year is the habits are essential to winning in life, as important as it snowballs on a snowball fight. The next 7 speakers will be talking to you about the 7 habits. Our first speaker is Emma Robb. She'll be talking to you about how important it is to be proactive on the bus.
The habits are essential to winning in life, as important as snowballs in a snowball fight. Hello, I am Emma Robb, and my bus driver is Don Shelley. I would like to take this opportunity to read for you a letter I wrote to him. Dear Don Shelley, I'd like to say thank you, not only for being my bus driver, but being an amazing one. I know you use habit 1, be proactive. The start to the year was rocky, but you were proactive and did your best. Every day, you show up on time with a smile on your face. You take charge of the misbehaving children. You are kind and lent an ear to those that needed one. You make sure all issues are taken care of. You make sure we are safe and doing the right thing. Thank you for making the ride to and from school safe. You never speed or turn a corner too quickly. You are very proactive, the most by paying attention while you are driving. When a student is running late, you will often wait for them. You are patient and kind. You use all the 7 habits, not just one. There are so many other things you do. I am proactive on the bus every day by being in charge of myself. I keep my hands and feet out of the aisle. I help keep the bus floor clean. I am on time to my bus stop every day. If I'm not going to ride that day, I make sure my parents call the bus barn and inform them. Being a bus driver is a very important task that must be completed daily. Every bus driver works hard and uses the 7 habits to do their job. Thank you for waking up early to take me and other students that ride the bus to school. Thank you for all the wonderful and amazing things you and other bus drivers do every school day. Our next speaker is Allie Dial. She will be talking about how important it is to begin with the end in mind when you ride the bus. The habits are essential to winning in life, as important as snowballs in a snowball fight. Hi, I am Allie Dial. I ride John White's bus. Every time I get on the bus, I try my best to begin with the end in mind. I want to ride a clean bus, so I begin with the end in mind by putting trash in the trash can and not putting it in the crease of my seat. I try my best to make sure I don't leave any trash in my seat before I get off the bus. I also like to make sure the other kids clean their trash up before they get off. I think we do a good job at putting that stuff away so you don't have to clean it up. I know you begin with the end in mind as well because you want to keep the inside of the bus clean and dry. So during the summer when it's hot outside and we all put our windows down and forget to put them up, you do a great job of telling us to put them up before we get off. When that happens, I do it right away so I don't forget and get in trouble. If I forget to put my window up, I hope that one of the other kids that ride would be responsible and put it up for me. Thank you for being a great bus driver. You are a great person and also a great role model. I can't thank you enough for what you do. If it wasn't for you, I don't know how I would get home every night. Thank you for taking time out of your day to do what you do. You are amazing. Thank you. I want to introduce Fernando Romo. He is our next speaker. He will be talking to you about how important it is to put first things first on the bus.
The habits are as essential to winning in life as snowballs in a snowball fight. I am Fernando Romo, my bus driver, Marlene. I want to share this letter that I wrote to her. Dear Marlene, thank you, Marlene, for being an amazing bus driver. You are one of the best people in the world. You are always smiling, and even when you are having a rough day, you are smiling. You always greet people when they get off and on the bus. When people are being annoying and they are yelling, you always keep an eye on the road. You always try to keep the bus clean so it doesn't smell bad. You clean up the candy wrappers and food that people bring to the bus when they're not supposed to. You really care about all the kids that are in your bus. You always drive safely and slowly so we don't get in a car crash. You stop at the red light and on the stop signs. Without you, we wouldn't be able to go on field trips. You keep us from walking to school and back on those bad weather days. I know it is important to put first things first when I ride the bus. So I work hard to behave inside the bus and make good choices when something goes wrong in the bus. The most important thing on the bus is safety. Sometimes I tell the little kids to go to the front of the bus. So if the bus gets in a car crash, the little kids would be safer and only hit the seats. I try to make the little kids keep their feet and hands in the aisle. So when other kids are walking to get to a seat, they won't trip and fall, and the other kids with their feet in the aisle could also get hurt if someone steps on them. That's how I use habit 3, first things first in the bus. I want you to introduce our next speaker, Tyler Lewis. The habits are essential to riding in life as essential or as important to snowballs and the snowball fight. Hi, my name is Taylor Lewis. I am a leader that follows the habits on Todd Rowland's bus. The main habit I focus on is habit 4, think win-win. I always do my part by following the rules, that way Todd is not distracted. If I did distract him, then he wouldn't be watching the road and might crash into somebody. If I'm not following the rules, then I'm risking mine, his, and everybody else's lives. I hope that all the other kids will soon start following the rules better. That way nobody has to have an assigned seat or be in trouble. Secondly, I am always waiting outside before Todd gets to my house in the morning. That way I am not late for the bus, and so he can get to the other kids' houses on time. I cannot thank you enough for being an awesome bus driver, Todd. I am so glad that you drive my bus. I also use habit 4 by being nice to others on the bus and not making them upset. I'm always making sure that I am kind and follow the rules. You have always been a great bus driver. If I could, I would get you a gift for being an amazing bus driver. I hope that you never regret driving the bus and remember me because I will remember you. I think that you're very negotiable with the kids on the bus. I have never gotten in trouble or had gotten yelled at for doing something I am not supposed to because I always do what I am supposed to. Lastly, whenever I see garbage on the floor from kids who are throwing their trash on the bus, I always make sure to throw it away. You always make me feel welcome and safe when I am on the bus. You are never rude or bossy with anybody on the bus, which is a trait that all the kids on the bus appreciate. I don't think anybody can say that they don't like you. Once again, thank you for being an amazing bus driver, and I will always appreciate your kindness and calmness. I would like to introduce Montana Morgan, who will be talking to you about how important it is to use habit 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood.
The 7 habits are important in life, as important as snowballs in a snowball fight. Hi, I am Montana Morgan. I rode Sherry's bus until she retired, and now I ride Todd's bus. I want to thank Todd and Sherry both for using habit 5. Habit 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood, means Todd and Sherry are very good at listening, then responding. I think that they are very important role models. They are my favorite bus drivers because if we accidentally do something wrong, they listen to our reason. They have always treated me nicely. I see Sherry and Todd showing they care for us by listening, and I want to do the same. so my brother and I use Habit 5 on our bus too. When Todd or Sherry are talking, we always listen because we know what they are saying will be important to us. My brother uses Habit 5 by not talking to make the bus quieter. I also try to make the bus quieter by listening to music and reading a book. We know Todd likes to be quiet, likes the quiet bus. Using Habit 5 on the bus helps Todd and everyone on the bus. Now I would like to introduce my friend Jonathan Vega. He will be sharing with you what it means to energize on the bus.
Habits are essential to winning in life, as important as a snowball in a snowball fight. Hi, my name is Jonathan, and I would like to address to Nelson how amazing he is. Bus drivers are very important, and without them, our school couldn't reach its full potential. I would think being a bus driver would be hard, since you would have to memorize all of the kids' addresses. I wouldn't want to do that. We should all give gratitude to Nelson and all the drivers here for being great bus drivers. I want to tell you, all of you, why I admire Nelson. Nelson, you do a lot of things that are great. You pick me up and take me to school, and you also drop me off at home. I'm very grateful because I don't like to run, and I certainly would not want to walk to school. You talk to everybody, you keep us safe, and you are a very nice bus driver. Nelson, you also are very kind to everyone, from kindergartners to sixth graders, even when they are hard to cooperate with. Those are just a few reasons that I admire you, and there are still many more. I like to help my bus driver Nelson by using Habit 6, synergize on the bus. When people synergize, they work together. I synergize by making sure my friends and I do not leave trash or candy wrappers on the bus. Another way we synergize on the bus is by keeping all of our things out of the aisle so people can walk through. Together we work hard to synergize by respecting the bus and people on it. Synergizing is a great thing to do. Nelson, you lead us when we synergize every day. As you can see, Nelson, you are very important to me, and I am glad that you are my bus driver. All the students are appreciative that you drivers have accepted the job because you are helping a lot of kids. I'll say this once again, thank you. I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Annabelle Knight.
The habits are essential to winning in life, as important as snowballs in a snowball fight. Hi, I am Annabelle Knight. I'm going to use this time to thank my bus driver, Chris, for all that she does. Chris is the first person I see in the morning. When I get on the bus, she says good morning. When I get off, she says have a great day. The bus drivers are the ones who provide us the ride if we can't walk, and if no one else can drive us to and from school. The bus drivers also are the ones who drive us to our field trips and back to school. If we didn't have buses, we wouldn't have field trips or any way to get to school. Bus drivers have a lot to work to do. They have to keep the bus clean, make sure it's warm or cold in the winter and summer. They also have to make sure there is gas, make sure everyone gets to school on time, and make sure everyone is on the bus that needs to be on the bus. That is why we have to help, because they have a lot to do. Do you think you would want to have that much responsibility and with no help? I sure don't. That is why I help out every day with the bus, even if she doesn't ask. The bus drivers deserve a thank you more often for all that they do for us. They are the reason some of us get to school in the morning. I try to help Chris by picking up my trash so she doesn't have to. I put up my window and others if they are down and then put it up. I stay in my seat so Chris can focus. But being on the bus shouldn't be all the work and seriousness. One of my favorite habits is Habit 7, sharpen the saw, balance feels best. People need to have some fun sometimes, so we listen to the radio and enjoy conversations with our friend each day. Chris is one amazing bus driver, and I'm glad that she is here for us. Brenda Hernandez would like to share a few more words with you.
From the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank Mr. Harvey and all the bus drivers for everything they do, from taking us to school and bringing us back and in between. You do so many things for us, and sometimes we don't even appreciate you. So right now, I want to thank you for all. I want to give you all the thank yous in the world, but there isn't enough. You mean a lot to the school. Once again, thank you so much. As a token of appreciation, we have created a small gift for you. Please open them now.
Maybe Denny's got a picture of you. They wouldn't be able to. I think he looks just fine the way he is. Now, Shelley, now this is going to be a deterrent to get trouble. The closest and everybody has.
That guy.
Yeah.
He's going to be good at
Yeah.
it. I want to see him. Contact with the running place.
Sure. John, this is my wife, Sherry.
If I could just take a minute. For those students who don't know, my name is Mr. Sy, and I have the privilege, I get to be the superintendent of Clarke Community Schools. And I really enjoy that job. And one of the main things, or reasons why I like it, because I get invited to things like this. And it's really a highlight of the day to get invited. But you know, this is a time of year when a lot of people exchange gifts. And as I was sitting and talking to Jonathan and Veronica, and looking at all the folks in this room, it just kind of reminded me of the gift thing. And so first of all, the first gift that comes to mind is staff, all the time and effort you put into putting this breakfast on for these important people. I really appreciate that gift that you give to the district, and thank you for doing that. I see you out there, and some maybe have already walked out, but thanks for all that you do for this. Second of all, students, thanks for the gift that you provide us, our school district. You're just an important part of the school district, and we so appreciate everything that you do and how you represent our district every day. I just want to thank you, the students, for being who you are and being Clarke Community students. And finally, the reason why we're here is because of our transportation department. And they are such an important component to this district. Students, if these fine people didn't bring you to school every day, the rest of us wouldn't have anything to do. And they get us here safe every day, and they get us home safe. And they're just so valued in this school district. And I wave at you when I see you in the bus, but I may not be able to say this personally, drivers, before the holiday. But happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for all that you do, because sincerely I appreciate everything that you do. And I know some days that when the weather is kind of sketchy, you may question some of the things that getting out on those roads, but I know and confident that you get these students safe to and from school. So happy holidays. Thank you for all that you do, and you're valued. And Rick and Jim at the bus barn, making sure all those buses are ready and out there and going full speed. So it's an important job, and what you do is greatly valued. So just wanted to take a minute to thank drivers. Thank you for all that you do for us, and we really sincerely appreciate you being a part of the school district. So thank you for letting me say that this morning. Thank you.
More to eat, guys.
I need to. Yeah, you can come on. Oh, sure. I have tea right now.